Hello and welcome to another edition of Trotsky or Bust. Today is November 8th. It's the day after the election, a big win for the corporate Democrats. Um, as you know, if you're watching this channel, I very much wanted them to lose. That wasn't the case in, certainly I knew they were going to lose New Jersey. It wasn't the case in Virginia either. Ralph Northam, someone who voted for George W. Bush twice, even in '04, after he knew that there was no weapons of mass destruction, after he knew that George W. Bush lied us into the Iraq War, he voted for George W. Bush. And that's who the Democrats have just elected as the next governor of Virginia. Isn't that wonderful? Aren't they doing a heck of a job? In New Jersey, we have Phil Murphy, who's a former Goldman Sachs um, partner, I believe. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. There's good news in New Jersey, though. Phil Murphy believes in the notion of a $15 an hour minimum wage. The notion. So if you live in New Jersey and you're making less than $15 an hour and you're behind on your bills, why don't you just go to those people you owe money to and pay them with a notion, okay? Because that's all the Democrats are going to give you. They're going to give you platitudes and nothing more. Okay, they've won elections. They're not going to do anything. They'll give you some crumbs, and MSNBC will make such a big deal out of those crumbs, but that's it. Okay, the corporate Democrat or corporate Republicans, the same party. Nothing changed yesterday. Only thing changed is they got emboldened. They were a little afraid of us being the left. They're not today. They're not today. They're gonna, you could see it today. They were happy. This was, from their perspective, as much a defeat on us, on Bernie, on everything we represent as it was on the Republicans. So this was a big day for them. And can you blame them? Really? If you're running for office, you're a Democrat, and you have a choice. You can go to these nice, fancy dinners with these big donors, dress up, give a short speech, and they'll give you millions of dollars. That's one alternative. The other alternative is to come to people like me, a-holes like me, and beg us for $27. All right? Which would you rather do? Make millions in one night with these donors at a nice dinner, or get my $27. The difference is my $27 comes with no strings attached. Those donors, they want something in return. And the people who are winning these elections, the corporatists, are going to give them something in return. Okay, this is not a victory for the left or for the people. This is a victory, just another victory for the corporatists. And whether it's a Republican corporatist or a Democrat corporatist, the people lost yesterday. They lost, and let's not kid ourselves. The one good, maybe silver lining in it is it was a off year election, so this was more of the hardcore voters voting. I saw Tom Steyer. He's the guy who's making that commercial that we should impeach Donald Trump. He's the green billionaire. Okay. So he was on MSNBC, I think Stephanie Earle show, and he was bragging how millennials came out in droves and they put Ralph Northam over the top. It's not the case. 18 to 29-year-olds, they made up 13% of the vote in 2013. They made up 14% yesterday. And I don't know, maybe how that breaks down. Maybe it was 13.9 to 4, no, 13.4 to 13.8, I don't know, or maybe it was bigger, but it wasn't significant. So don't believe the lie that millennials are on board. They're not. And unfortunately, it's going to take decades until they're in charge. And who knows if we'll have a planet by then, but they're not in charge now. They're the ones who are not getting their information from the corporate media. They're getting it from online. We have many sources. If you don't like one, you don't like Trotsky or Bust, you go to somewhere else. That's okay. But as long as you get many unfiltered sources for your information other than the corporate media, that's great. So it was just a big defeat yesterday. This will embolden the corporate Democrats. They were even saying today how, get away from Bernie. Bernie's the divisive one. but keep his issues, because they love to keep his issues rhetorically. Rhetorically, yes, they love Bernie's issues. Legislatively, no, no, it's just bullshit. Just rhetoric that they know they're not going to follow through. It's like, yeah, we're going to have Medicare for all, wink, wink. Meanwhile, they're taking God knows how much from the healthcare and the pharmaceutical companies. They're not going to do any of those. It's just going to be rhetoric. And we'll see that in Virginia. We'll see that in New Jersey, where, it's the Republicans who are stopping them from, implementing the $15 minimum wage or all those things. But at least, hey, Trump lost. Trump and his divisiveness, his racism. Plus, the statues in Virginia aren't going down either. So Democrats aren't going to do jack shit. All right, that's just a lie. The only thing I want to say, the only way to salvage some measure of a little bit of a victory for this is for all the other people online, okay, and you know who you are. Those of you who still believe that the Democrats are the solution, that they're still salvageable. They're not. Okay, you're going to see that. I mean, they got killed a year ago today, and they've done nothing but give us the finger last year. What do you think they're going to do now that they have victory, a corporate Democrat victory underneath their belt? They're not. Okay, so please, if you have your own show, stop promoting the Democrats. They're not going to change. We need another party. If you can start another one started. If not, I'm just with the Greens. The Democrats are not the solution. They're never, ever, ever going to change. If they do, it'll be in 30 years when the millennials take charge. By then, we may not even have a planet. Okay? Sorry, that's that's what I believe. November 8th, the day after another victory for the corporatists, just like a year ago. Tell me what you think. Like, dislike, leave your comments. Please subscribe. I need subscribers. Get my numbers up. But most importantly, I want to know what you have to think. All right. Have a good day, and Trotsky out.